a family was evicted from their RV park. It was done inappropriately, perhaps even illegally, left completely unsheltered, nowhere to go, entire family. We have an exclusive. I want to first bring you the video. Here it is.
Slides in and get it where it can be moved. Or, when the sheriff's department comes here, we will deem it abandoned and it can be drugged just like it is at your cost. Yeah, I'm sorry. We have been over backwards trying to be,
Oh, have you?
Oh, yeah, we have.
You have?
Yes, ma'am, we have.
Okay, so you want me to willingly give you the key to my property so you can take it to impound. You think I'm stupid? Good luck moving it.
You were given the paperwork.
Yeah, with 4 days on a holiday weekend. 4 days. You really think with it being Memorial Weekend, with every park filled up, that we would be able to move it?
We don't have a truck, man.
Well, it sounds like a personal problem. Good luck.
Over 2 years, and we don't have a truck.
It's no problem with me. When the sheriff's department gets here, it will be handled. You can either.
It's not abandoned.
Right.
It's not abandoned. We're paid up. How can it be abandoned? It's paid up until June 16th.
It's not.
Yeah,
it is. I have paperwork to prove it.
We have paperwork as well. Put up the picture of the family. A family was evicted on the shortest notice possible. A weekend. A holiday weekend at that. From an RV park after their vehicle was broken into by the RV park staff, according to the report. Miss Adrienne Thompson and her family had been staying for 2 years at their location at LaFawn's RV Park in Princeton, Texas, when the RV park staff broke into their vehicle. Okay? You see a picture there? The break-in happened after the family was served a sudden eviction notice right before the Memorial Day weekend, making it impossible to find another RV park to move to by the vacate date listed. The only reason the family was given for the eviction, according to Ms. Thompson, was because they seemed, quote, unhappy. This eviction notice came despite the fact that they paid it next month. We have the receipt of that as well. After the break-in, the RV was sent to impound, damaged beyond use, leaving the family homeless in their car in the Texas heat. Ms. Thompson called the police, who even state they spoke to a constable who claimed the eviction should have been handled completely differently. Here's the video.
Because it's such a, conglomerated thing.
Right. Because we've been here 2 years, so imagine a family of 5 in 2 years. Like,
I get it. I absolutely. That's what he was saying earlier. And like I said, we have to kind of abide with what we know,
right?
And what other, like say a professional constable that does evictions for a living,
right?
And he was like, And so we asked him, and we read him the paperwork, and he believed that because you'd been there more than 30 days, and did he say because of electricity, or was that even a part of it?
I think it's because of the length of time.
The length of time, because you'd been there for more than 30 days, they should have done a regular eviction. And that, and again, I can't say Mr. LaFawn may know something that we do not.
Right.
Mr. LaFawn but I mean, he also may be treating this as he would be a weekly renter or a daily renter, right, or something of that nature, and be misinformed.
Because we receive mail there. So that's considered resident.
We've got to figure out what they want to do, because that's where we're at. We're not putting it, because I talked to Jay, and Jay's like,
no, Sergeant, you have to figure out what the law is, not what they want to do. What is the law? The law is clear in Texas. You establish residency typically after 30 days. If you have mail coming to the residential environment in which you abide, that is your domicile. That's the law. which means in order to move someone off of their stated domicile, you must file a proper eviction notice with the local courts, overseen professionally by the constable. None of that happened. You know it was illegal. Put them up. Everybody is saying, we're just trying to help you and do the best we can here. Nobody's following the law. Nobody's looking at the statute. Nobody is saying, well, LaFawn is actually wrong. Hell, that cop even said, maybe Mr. LaFawn just knows something we don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Ms. Thompson has been in contact with Sergeant Ray Rhymes from the Collin County Sheriff's Office and has filed charges for criminal mischief and breaking and entering. But as of yet, there have been no results. The message: I met with the district attorney's office last week and explained the case to them. They are reviewing the information to try to find a charge that is appropriate and prosecutable. They asked me to follow up with them later this week. Illegal eviction, sir, is a charge that's prosecutable in Texas. We confirm this is an active and ongoing investigation. Our investigators recently met with the district attorney's office on Friday to discuss the case. We're closely collaborating to ensure a thorough review of all aspects. Investigation's duration varies due to complexities, evidence gathering, and collaboration with legal experts. Well, damn, you all do that for every case? I mean, that's a lot for an illegal eviction case. Was the woman there for over 30 days? Did she have mail coming to the residential environment? That then is an illegal eviction if the courts were not sought properly in order to affix the eviction notice. There's more. While a swift resolution is important, we cannot provide a specific time frame at this point. Once our investigation concludes and the district attorney's office review is finalized, we can provide you with an update on findings and actions taken by our office if you inquire about it again. So we're reaching out. We're saying, listen, Sergeant, here's the law. What happened was wrong. You all need to provide some information. This family is unsheltered. This family went through an illegal act. You are law enforcement. What are you going to do? We reached out to LaFawn's Park, RV Park, about the eviction, and owner Randall LaFawn refused to respond. Adrian has been attempting to fundraise on GoFundMe. We want to provide some help for this family. Let me do this. I want to put up the picture of the family again to remind everyone of how low down these sick SOBs are who worked as a system in order to evict somebody because they seemed unhappy. According to her, the only reason they gave was that, well, you just seem unhappy here. Maybe she talked to them about conditions at the RV park. Maybe there's some rules that she thought were not properly being followed, and she had the audacity to say something. All of a sudden, she gets an eviction notice that says, oh, it's because you're unhappy, so we're going to evict you illegally. In order for this to happen, multiple systems have to work congruent against her, all outside of the context of law. It is not her fault. It is not her children's fault. They need to get back on their feet. The GoFundMe is active. I wanted to make sure there's an opportunity for anyone who would like to participate and give to the GoFundMe. They can do so. All right. We will also provide the link to the GoFundMe directly in the description of this video. I'm asking you to do the very best you can. We'll bring you an update as it comes. Jessica, thoughts?
This is why the narrative that people who are homeless in the United States are drug users or criminals or just bad people in general is so dangerous, because so many families across the United States are one accident away from becoming homeless. Sometimes that accident is renting from a landlord that's corrupt and will evict you illegally. And then the police and the sheriff will take the landlord's side, even when the law is on your side. Median income in the United States, if you earn what the very middle is when it comes to income, you're still paying over 30% of that on rent in the United States. Median rent is now $2,038. Most low-wage workers, which is 40% of the country, are earning $10.66 on the hour. 1 hour of their work is determined to be worth $10.66. You can't afford rent in this country. In the city where I live, Charlotte, North Carolina, where Dr. Ritchie is, in Atlanta, Georgia, about 30% of the properties have been bought by investors who are driving up the cost of rent. These are people who will never call the places that they are purchasing home, and they're pushing out people who need a place to live. The homelessness crisis is caused by us allowing investors to turn housing into something that is a profitable enterprise, something that is commodified, and it's just basic sustenance, a basic necessity for people to have a place to live, lay their head, and raise their kids. It's very simple, and we're letting it happen, and law enforcement is unfortunately on the side of the landlords, and this is the result. It's a problem that's systemic. It's not the fault of this one family or any family that gets evicted and experiences homelessness.
Very well said. It's a system issue. Once again, this is a microcosm of a bigger issue, but we continue to tackle it one issue at a time. We'll bring you updates as they come.